By Kristen Bloom is her name. And I'm not going to read the entire article. I'm going to start at the end of it basically, but I'm going to print it out and have it for us next week. I'll have it out in the foyer. But in her article, this is near the end. We don't have time to read the whole thing. But she says, no matter which way you slice it, at the end of the day, we are all trying to better ourselves. We want to be healthier, more organized, frugal, adventurous, disciplined, fill in the blank. We've craved to be better. Dare I say there is something inside each of us that is craving to be good. Why? People have all kinds of opinions on this topic, but as a Christian, I believe it's because we're all designed by a Creator who embodies everything that is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, and admirable. As countless theologians have pointed out, since we were designed by this Creator, it would make sense that He placed a craving inside each of us to be more like Him. You might say, okay, so what? How is that any different from people who aren't Christians and want to better themselves? The key difference from a Christian perspective are the realization that you do not know what is best for yourself. Only God does. And that in order to become better and more Christ-like, you must rely on the Holy Spirit. She goes on, she says, I personally didn't obtain true peace in my life until I accepted and started applying this idea. I had to learn to offer God control over different areas of my life, especially the ones I did not want Him to control. In order to start seeing the results I have always desired. I found that even when I have the best intentions and try my hardest to get things right on my own, without God's help and direction, I end up spinning out of control. C.S. Lewis once said of this dilemma, no man knows how bad he is till he has tried very hard to be good. As you head into this new year, rather than feeling helpless to fulfill the desires of your heart to better yourself, dig into it. Set your goals higher by praying bigger prayers. Make the choice to really believe that if God created you, He knows what's best for you. Get curious about who it is He created you to be. Ask Him to wreck your plans and to replace them with His. He will show you what you need to change. If you come to Him with a willingness to be obedient to His direction, He will improve you more and more than you could ever improve yourself. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto your own understanding. In your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. So I wanted to share this article written by Kristen Bloom, and I think it's very applicable to the start of the new year. And I don't often share articles that I read. I shared one last April about Pastor Bonhoeffer, the German pastor who stood up to Hitler, and then this one, this article written by Kristen Bloom, I think is very good. So as I mentioned, I will print that out for next week.
did all Christmas music this morning, basically. And I think I told you last week that I love Christmas. It's always been one of my favorite times of the year. And that you keep in mind that if it wasn't for Christmas, we wouldn't have eternal salvation. Christ came as a little baby. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't have any eternal salvation. We would be facing this upcoming new year as a dead end. So I love Christmas. But that's not what my communion is about this morning. So my lovely bride yesterday was reading something on the internet, and she read it to me. And I said, I got to talk about this for communion meditation. I mean, it was really good, and it's about a fellow that was a grandfather, and his grandson, little grandson, had come to stay with him for a few weeks, maybe the summer. I didn't catch that part of the story, but so everything that Grandpa did, the little guy would do. And so the Grandpa read his Bible every day for a while. And so the little guy would sit down and open his little Bible up, and he would read the Bible just like Grandpa. And this went on for quite a while, a couple of weeks. And finally one day the little guy says to Grandpa, Grandpa, he said, every time I read the Bible, I either don't understand it totally, or as soon as I close the book up, I forget what I read. And he said, so what good is it? What good is it reading? And Grandpa said, well, he said, I'll tell you what. He said, you see that basket of coal over there? He said, dump the coal out. And he said, run down to the creek down here. And he said, I want you to bring a basket of water up to me. And so the little guy took that dirty, scummy coal basket, and he went down to the creek and he brought the water up. But by the time he got there, all the water had leaked out of the basket. It was empty. And he goes, Grandpa, you said it's empty. And he said, well, you didn't go quick enough. He said, go down, run down. And he said, come back quicker when you're coming back with the water. And so the little guy did. And he came back up, and this time he was kind of jogging up the hill. And he gets there, and he looks, and he goes, Grandpa, the basket's empty. And he said, well, you didn't go quick enough. He said, you need to go back down. And he said, this time you run up the hill. And so he did. And he gets back up, and they look in the basket. It's empty again. And he goes, Grandpa, we need a bucket. He said, we don't need a basket. He said, it's empty again. Grandpa said, no, I want a basket of water. And he said, well, it won't work. And he said, look in the basket really closely. And he looked in the basket, and it was shiny and clean and all washed out. And he said, that's what reading the Bible does. He said, you might not necessarily remember everything you read, but every time you read it, it washes a little more of the dirt and the grime out of your soul. And folks, I don't know if it's a true story, but it makes a very good, valid point, and that is, when you read the Bible, I was telling Tom before church started, we were talking about reading the Bible, and there are times when I've read a certain scripture passage or a chapter, and I may have read it 4 or 5 times, and I went through it, and I never really got anything out. I might have got something out of another part, but then one time when I read it, all of a sudden, something jumps right out at me, and I go, how did I not see that for the last 5 times that I've read this scripture? And you can always get something out of something in there. And it might take a while to filter through our thick head and get recognized by what's there. But if we read our Bible daily, sooner or later, we will get what God's trying to tell us. So, just a simple way to start the new year. I'm requesting that we all take the time daily to sit down. And Rod made the comment. The comment was made that we might not have time to read the Bible. And Rod said, you have the time. It's just you have to make it a priority. And folks, I don't know how it works for you, but for me, sitting down at night, just before I go to bed, when I've calmed down and I'm relaxed, I can get so much more, and get in a quiet place, not in the house where they got the TV's going, or my wife is talking, or something's going on. You got to get to a quiet spot. But if you get to that quiet spot, you will get something out of the Bible every single time. So keep that in mind for this upcoming New Year. Let's start a tradition for each one of us to read that Bible daily. So let's go to the Lord in prayer. Lord, you are so mighty and great and holy and perfect. And we are so imperfect. And we need your instruction on how to keep working towards perfection. We know we won't get there on this earth, but we want to keep trying. And Lord, we thank you for sending your Son to us. And that's why we're celebrating Christmas. We thank you that you've made a path for us so that we can have eternal salvation. And Lord, we love you dearly, and we're all here this morning because of we love you. And we hope you enjoyed the song service. Bless David as he gives the message this morning. And Lord, touch our hearts so that we make the time to spend with you in the Bible every single day this upcoming year, Lord. Help us to every day to pick up little bits of information that you're throwing out to us, so that we can live our lives in a much more pleasing manner to you. Thank you for all you've given us. We ask everything in Jesus' name. And folks, if you come forward and take communion, please.